make allegations. We're not talking about allegations here. We're talking about somebody who lost an election and is going around not wanting to accept defeat. Why will he not accept that he's going around impersonating my office as the state chairman?
Okay, let's ask this question. Now, what is the procedure for making sure that things are done properly within the Actors Guild when an election is as acrimonious as this one, and it's being contested in a way that means nobody is happy with the outcome? What's the procedure for complaint and petition?
I said it earlier. I'd written a petition
to
the Board of Trustees.
And what has happened to your petition?
As I speak to you, I haven't heard anything from them.
So how many days will that petition expire by law or within the constitution of the Actors Guild?
The constitution did not
specify
the timing, you know. But
so after a while, you can take laws into your hands.
Exactly.
And say,
so no, not take laws, because if we wanted to take laws, my supporters had been wanting to do that, but I've asked them, no, let's be law abiding.
What date was this election?
June 15.
June 15, and today is June the 7th? Or
3 weeks ago.
So that's about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So in 3 weeks, it is long enough for them to take action, and if they didn't, then you have a right to declare yourself the president.
And also,
is that what you believe is the right thing?
And even also go to the court of law, because the Constitution also says that when you have explored all internal means, you can also go to the court of law.
So have you been to court now?
No, I haven't, but we will.
But do you think the court will listen to you, considering the fact that
there was an injunction?
There's an injunction that it shouldn't have taken place.
The court will listen to me, because I wasn't the one that instituted an injunction in the first place. Two, the court...
Does it matter who did?
Now, if it does, the court will have to interpret that. Okay. But it's important that I also present my case when the need arises. I'm also planning to petition all the guilds heads, because it cannot be AGN all the time. Other guilds conduct election, they don't have issues. Why is it that only Actors Guild
like our own guild of editors?
You know, exactly. Now, and I'm saying that we thought we could get it right this time. Why is it difficult to conduct free, fair election in AGN?
Okay, now, the position is this. Yeah. As right now, you say you are the chairman. Victor Siago says he's the chairman.
No, he hasn't said so. It's just individuals.
No, he's not.
Who are just pushing him to do what he's doing.
Don Pedro, yeah. He has been sworn in by the president and national executive of AGN.
But now let me.
Is that true or not? Or you're saying so? You
heard?
It was
via text SMS. Elections were conducted in AGN Abuja. As I speak to you, why didn't they go to Abuja to do that? There's crisis in Edo State. There's crisis all over the place. Why Lagos? Now, Lagos State, we had an election. Somebody won, and you're saying to me that you're saying to me that you will not give me my mandate. Instead, you're threatening. You're threatening. You're asking people to threaten me. And is that how Nigeria is? What happened is so primitive. It shouldn't be, because Nollywood is the eye and the voice of the...
Yes. I've got a question here coming in through Twitter, and someone's asking that one should ask Don Pedro, how long has it been an actor to qualify to be a member of the AGN?
I produced my first film in 1997, A Way of Escape.
But there is Producers Association.
There's also, I'm an actor as well. That's what I
acted, so that's why.
That's what I'm saying. I acted my first film, Date with Destiny, in 1995. Okay. 1997, I produced The Way of Escape. I acted as well. 1999, I produced The Infiltrators. I acted the lead role. 2002, My Dream. I acted. Dream Again. So
you've been an actor for a while. Yes, okay, that answers their question from what's coming on Twitter. Now, in terms of way forward, then, if we have this kind of situation where Actors Guild of Nigeria, the national executives seem to be backing a candidate whom they believe has won, and the state executives seem to be backing you, Where is going to be the common ground?
It's the state. Now, let me tell you, the national does not have members. They are just national ESCOs. They do not have members. The
But
state,
they represent the guild nationwide.
yeah, nationwide, but they cannot call for a state meeting. The national can't call for a state meeting. If I call for a state meeting today, you'll be amazed because I have the people of Lagos State voted for me. They made me their chairman. The national cannot call for a meeting.
How many members have you got in Lagos State?
In Lagos State, we have over 3,000 members.
Where is your secretariat?
Surulere.
And who manages the secretariat now?
Of course, I have been sworn in, so I manage the secretariat.
So where does Victor Swago operate from?
From a restaurant in the National Stadium. That was where he was sworn in 11 p.m. Have you ever seen, you conduct an election and then you go to a restaurant. First, the president went to her friend's house to sort out some manipulations, the votes, and then at 11 p.m. went to a restaurant at the National Stadium to declare somebody as the winner.
Now, who were the people how many people were present at the election of Actors Guild on
141.
June 15?
141. And when they, let me tell you another
that
illegality here.
Yes.
When they declared him the winner, they said it was 149, but Agnex said 141.
Okay. Now,
so you see that there's a lot of...
Can you think of some of we have quite a lot of, a big number of the big-named actors in Nigeria. They're based in Lagos. How many of them can you say were present at this election?
A few of them.
So can you name names?
Yeah, Chinedu, popularly called Aki. Aki was there. Hakim Rahman, who practically fought me that day, was there. Benedict Johnson was there. Yeah, very few. There were a few that came.
There were quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Because the reason I'm asking is I would want Channels Television to speak with some of those who were present to get their perspective on the election itself.
Very few of them.
So what's the way forward now? Because you cannot have the NGF situation within the AGN where you have two
I think it's
people
not
sworn in.
I think it's nothing to worry about because the Lagos State people do not recognize him. I'm the duly elected state chairman. When I call for a meeting, they come. They won't listen to him. He knows that he's carrying the burden of a stolen mandate. If you look at him,
and I'm sure he's going to be saying the same thing about you.
Exactly. No, he won't be saying that because.
Or he will say you are the winner, but he's just.
Yes, because he's being he's being told to do it by few people in the board.
But he opted to contest. Was he forced into contesting?
He said in an interview that he was told to come and contest. See, for you to even be a member of Lagos State chapter, you should be attending meetings 60%. In the last 2.5 years that I've been the state PRO, he has attended meeting twice and only on special invitations. So the members don't even know him. It's not popular among Lagosians.
But he's a known name within Nollywood,
yes,
isn't he?
He could be a known name, but that doesn't win you an election. It's the structure and the machineries that you have on ground that wins the election. And that's why the people, because I have the structure and political machineries in Lagos State. The outgoing chairman who also anointed me, gave me his political platform. So if you conduct this election over and over, I was going to win. There was no way he could win.
Candidate.
Exactly.
There's so many parallels.
You know.
By the state.
By the state. Do you understand? So Lagos State.
But the national executive.
The national executive. Now, what they have done is obvious that they're taking sides because somebody somewhere has been compromised. Their responsibility is to midwife free, fair election like Segun Arize did. Segun Arize conducted elections all over this country. There were issues. Why are we having issues now? What's wrong with AGN? Why can't AGN just conduct free, fair elections? What we are saying, therefore, I'm using this medium to call on all the gates heads to come and look at this issue. Nollywood is the voice of this country. If we are talking about one man, one vote, and then in AGN, we cannot have one man, one vote, and somebody takes vote. Have you ever had it? Look, the national president votes were counted at the national secretariat. Why would you go to a restaurant?
Okay, well, we have to
to-
wrap it up because we don't have
Yeah.
much more
But
time.
I want to say quickly
Okay.
that there are certain individuals who have been threatening. I've done a petition to the Area C Police Command, and I want to name them here.
No, you cannot name
Okay.
names of such people
Okay.
here. Report them to the police
We've
and
done
let
that
the
already.
due process of law take place,
place,
because if you do that, if they contest it, then they will go to court, and we don't want to be responsible for something that's nothing to do with Channels
But
Television.
I want to thank Channels Television for always doing the good job, because Channels was there that day to cover the news, to cover the election. That's why we are here today.
Okay,
I want to
thank
thank
you.
Channels, and I want to thank AGN Lagos State members for voting for me. Thank you very much. Please be calm. Do not take laws into your hands. Very soon, all of this quagmire that we find ourselves will be resolved.
Thank you
and we
very
shall
much on that
transform
note.
AGN
Thank
to-
you.
Yeah,
That
thank
we
you.
don't have opportunity of campaigning again because it looks like your election will have to take place again. If the court has granted an injunction, it seems like there's really no need for that election to have taken place. But we're not the judge, and we'll leave it in the hands of the lawyers. You may have to go through the court again to be able to claim any mandate. Well, thank you very much, Don Pedro Agabi. It's great to have you.
AGN, AGN.
Thank you very much.
AGN.
Well, on that note, we will move on to the next segment shortly, but we'll take a quick break. So it will be the...
Home stretch.
Absolutely. I was waiting for you to say that. So it will be the home stretch.